Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I missed you guys so much. I've been trying to take a break from YouTube because of Corona, of course, and Black Lives Matter, and I've just been trying to, girl, we just all needed a break, so I took a break from YouTube for that, and now I'm returning to YouTube because we need a break from that as well, even though we need to handle that situation so we can get this world going in a more positive direction, but that's a different story. I wanted to come to you guys and talk to you guys about a new segment that I'm thinking about doing on my YouTube channel. A new direction that I'm actually thinking about going with my YouTube channel. I had this revelation the other night, and it came to me and it said that people really do not know the life of a Black transsexual. And me being a Black transsexual, who's the perfect example of to give people an inside look. I have this theory that people see certain sides of us. So of course they don't see all sides of us. So they don't know what we go through and what, the life that we live. Like people see before and after pictures of, a boy transitioning into a woman. They see pictures of a transsexual woman who has been murdered after she's already gone. They see pictures of maybe a picture of a transsexual woman or a celebrity or someone who she may have been linked with hooking up with. They don't see really pictures of a transsexual in the grocery store or a transsexual, just living her day-to-day life. And I feel like that I'm the perfect example to do that because I am a Black transsexual woman and I live a normal, regular life. And I'm hoping that seeing me and watching me will give you guys an inside look into who we are as people and see that we're normal people. The trans murders need to stop. I don't understand and I can't fathom them going on any longer and people being capable of doing such a thing to us. It's just horrible. I can't take it anymore. So in these episodes, of course, you're just going to be seeing me doing my normal stuff. But I did want to come tonight and start the conversation off with some questions and some topics that deal with transsexual women that people have an opinion on. And I think that y'all need that opinion from a transsexual woman so that y'all can know what is up. I feel like there's a lot of people talking for us and y'all need to hear from us. So without further ado, the first thing that we're going to talk about is the men that date transsexual women. Let me take a sip, y'all. If y'all hear fireworks, it's because today's the 4th of July, Independence Day or whatever, and as you can see, I'm at home, not celebrating. But as we continue, the first topic that we're going to talk about is the men that date transsexual women. I came across this conversation or this meme on Facebook, and it was saying that the men that date transsexual women are not gay. Who's one of my Facebook friends reposted the post and said, if that woman has a penis, then that man is gay. I said, I of course disagreed. And, it just started a whole forum of comments up and down with men trying to convince me in their own little ways that the men who date transsexual women are gay. It wasn't until later on, deep in the conversation, that I realized that these were gay men that had this theory and this mindset. And, it kind of took me by surprise, being that I would think that gay men, people who are supposed to be in the LGBT community, that they would understand, where a woman like me is coming from, and that the men who date me are attracted to femininity. They see a woman and all this and all that. But that's not the case. I know all gay men don't think like that, but the fact that even some gay men think like that is mind-blowing to me. But like I told them in the comments, I think that the, you know what, y'all? I'm just so tired. I'm so tired of people wanting to be inside of a box. I've never understood that. I've never understood that. When I started my transition, or when I even thought that I wanted to be a girl and do this full time, I didn't think, okay, I'm gonna put myself in this box. This is what I'm gonna do. This is how I'm gonna live. This is this, and this. No, I wasn't. I was going off basic instinct. Everything that I know, the person who I am, and the life that I have lived is from me taking chances and going out and doing stuff on my own. Like, no one had to tell me, or I didn't see examples of other girls and stuff like this. I had to figure it out all on my own, and it wasn't because I wanted to be put in a box. So to say that the men who date us are gay, and that's a box where the people in that box are attracted to men, that's a very specific box. I don't understand how you're gonna put the men who are attracted to us in that box. And there are plenty of videos on YouTube explaining men that date us are not gay. And I just feel like that, use your common sense, people. Use your common sense. Gay men aren't usually attracted to femininity. That's no secret. They're attracted to masculinity. They're attracted to men. They're attracted to beards, to muscles, to men's stuff. So I just don't understand how you're going to say that the same man that is attracted to me would be attracted to something like that, because it's not the case. I mean, in that same right, we can't also say that that man is straight. But who am I to argue with that man saying that he's straight? Because if he's still dealing with women, which most men who I come across are, they still date and, have intercourse with women. So they still consider themselves straight. But we were going back to the Facebook thing, as we were going back in the comments, I reposted a screenshot of the word pansexual and the definition of pansexual. And I feel like if we're going to be in a society, in a world of putting people in a box, at least pick the right fucking box. You know what I mean? I feel like that pansexual would be the proper term for a man that is, that dates transsexual women and women, because that gives him a little bit more leeway. But I'm not a person who cares about boxes. Like, that's not me. I have mastered living in my own world. Being a transsexual, I don't know how other women have coped with it, but since I knew I wanted to be a woman at a younger age, I created this world at a younger age where I would just be more comfortable. And I sometimes often go to that world on my day-to-day life as a grown person. And in this world, we don't care about people being put in a box. If that's what a man is gonna do, girl, he's gonna do it. So why try to label him or put him on a box of what he cannot do and what he can be attracted to and this and this and that? And it's just so frustrating. I feel like that transsexual women get a bad rap, especially when it comes to dating men. And I feel like that most transsexual women, we can't help that men are attracted to us. We can't help it. Men love beautiful creatures, and men find beauty in all things. So how can you put a limit on that? How can you put a limit on that? I've never understood that, honestly. I never really have ever understood that. Ooh, honey child. Ooh, y'all don't mind my fat. But yeah, that's just one topic on the day in life of a Black transsexual woman. I feel like that, I think a lot of, I guess another what's the word? Trial. Another perception in the transsexual world, or being a black transsexual woman, even not even just black, just transsexuals, period, is that, that we live to please men sexually. And that's why we mostly become sex workers. And I just want to say this to everyone out there. If you haven't watched my past video, I am a former sex worker. And my whole purpose of every girl has a different route. Every girl has a different, goal. Every girl has a different life when it comes to why they got into sex work, or why they're still doing sex work. But for me, I was in sex work mainly to get my boobs. I learned a lot in sex work, and that's why it wasn't hard for me to exit sex work, because I knew that I had a goal. I knew that it was something that I wanted to accomplish, and I was going to get in and get out. Unfortunately, I didn't get the money for my boobs during sex work, but I did quit sex working and still got the money for my boobs. So my goal was always still there. But I will say, because I saw a comment on Instagram, someone messaged me a comment on Instagram they asked me, what do I do for a living? Because a lot of trans women become sex workers. And my answer was that I think that a lot of trans women become sex workers starting off is because they need money for surgeries. When you're transitioning from a male to a woman, you're going to start off. You're going to have a rough start, to me. I mean, from what I've seen. If you weren't already feminine, but you're going to have a rough start. So with that rough start, you're going to try to do things to make you feel comfortable and make you feel more girly. And, sometimes that does lead into the sex industry. And I just don't want people to think that all trans women are sex workers, because there are plenty of black transsexuals and other race transsexual women who are not sex workers. I don't want that stigma to still go out there. There's a lot of trans women who live their life, let's say, undercover, and you wouldn't even know. I literally just found out that the actress that played in That's So Raven, not That's So Raven, Cheetah Girls, the actress that played in Cheetah Girls, who was the musical director in Cheetah Girls 1, if you all have seen that movie, the actress that was the musical director, she was a trans woman. So I don't want people to think that we all started in sex work, or that we're all sex workers, or that we all live to please men sexually, or that you can't trust us because we'll take your man and all this other stuff. It's like, I want to change the stigma on transsexual women, because at the end of the day, we're just normal people who have dreams and who want to be comfortable in our own skin, just like you. But the problem is, a lot of y'all not comfortable in y'all own skin either, and that hate that you have transfers into us and transfers onto us, because it can't come into us. It transfers onto us. And, my only suggestion for that would be to get therapy, honey. Get therapy, because you need it. But let's talk about some more topics and misconceptions of black transsexual women, because I am starting this my YouTube channel is going to be the day in the life of a black transsexual woman. I want people to see us. I want people to get to know us. I want people to change their mind about us, because being a transsexual is not easy, and living on this planet is not easy for anybody else. So I just feel like all the judgment and all the misconceptions can stop. Another topic that we're going to talk about is the word tranny or transgender. I've seen multiple places that the word tranny is used around very loosely. And I'm going to say that, in my perspective, being a Black transsexual woman, I'm going to say that tranny, the word tranny is equivalent to the word faggot. I feel like that people in that community, people in our community use that word, and it can come up as derogatory or endearing. But not too many times is it endearing. It's mostly used for derogatory. I feel like that for anyone else to say it outside of the LGBT community, it's not going to have a positive connotation attached to it. So I feel like that if you're going to say that word, that you're trying to disrespect somebody. If you're trying to be respectful, that's not the word to use. If you are trying to be respectful, the word to use is trans woman. You don't even have to use transsexual. You don't have to use transgender. Just trans woman. It covers both of them. And you're not being disrespectful. You know what I mean? So I feel like that y'all need to hear that from a transsexual woman so that y'all will know what is appropriate and what's not appropriate. Some trans women don't have. I think if you're going to use the word tranny, you're not trying to be respectful to that person. And if you are trying to be respectful, the proper term, in my opinion, is trans woman. Okay? Moving along. I want to talk about. I saw a conversation about this, and it came from an Instagram celebrity talking about that in Atlanta you might swipe up on Tinder and catch a tranny. And first of all, if you're a woman and you don't have your gender set to both men and women, you're not gonna swipe up on a trans woman, because the trans woman is gonna be under female. Period. But secondly, I feel like that trans women are attracted to men. We're attracted to gay men. Honestly, gay men aren't attracted to most trans women, but I think that trans women, the ones that I do know, they're attracted to gay men only because they still see a man. And whether that man is gay, straight, pan, whatever he considers himself to be, trans women are attracted to men. And no, we don't think that we can turn every man out, or no, we don't think that we have to conquer every man and all these other things. But I feel like that trans women being on Tinder shouldn't be rocket science. I mean, I don't understand where you will think that we will meet the men that we are supposed to, date, because it's a dating site. Honestly, and there are men on there. I mean, I'm on Tinder. I don't really use it like that. And I don't even think I've actually I met an amazing guy off Tinder like 2-3 years ago. He was from London. He was an older guy. And, me and him had a really nice time. I told him that I was trans off the back and he was cool with it. There was no fuss. I mean, I don't understand where people, what do y'all want us to date people at? Like, there's no specific apps that people who are trans can just go on and can, meet someone that they enjoy. I do want to also change the perspective of trans women when it comes to dating. I do want to change that, because I feel like that for a lot of trans women, not me per se, but I see that the men who do like us, they don't know how to acquire us. They don't know how to come at us. And most times it is very sexual. And a woman like me, that's not flattering. That's not flattering. I feel like that was flattering when I was a younger girl, to be able to attract a man that way and have him want to have me immediately. But as you get older, of course, with any man or woman, you're going to want something more substantial. And I feel like that the men who date us, or even anyone that's interested in us, I feel like that they should learn and, come if you're going to be a man who's attracted to trans women and you look at us as women, you should come to us like how you would a woman. You will ask her name. You be like, can I get to know you? Can I take you out? This yada, 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 yada. I feel like that when it comes to dating in the trans world, men think that, you know, of course they see sex. So that's the first thing that they jump to. And they don't, you know, they don't try to offer, I mean, they offer you money and stuff like that, but it's like, I don't want your money. Like, I just want to meet a nice guy. Like, I'll take your money because I'm just I can be that woman, but I don't want your money. I just want to, I want a man that's into me and only me. I like any other woman. I mean, that's not rocket science. So I do think that we need to change the perception of trans women in dating. I would love for that, I mean, I don't know if other races of trans women have had a hard time dating. I've actually been on a couple of good dates, but I've had more of the wrong approaches than the actual good dates. So that's why I'm commenting on this. That's all I have written down right now for the first episode of The Life of a Black Transsexual, but I will be bringing you other videos and showing you how normal my life is, how normal being a Black transsexual is. And I want to normalize who we are as people. I want people to see us as the aunt, as the sister. I want people to see us as the friend who is a good friend and not someone who you have to watch your back around because she might have sex with your boyfriend because he's on the low into trans women. I want to change that narrative because that's not a narrative that you can put on all trans women. And you know what, guys? I'm actually going to invite you guys to my little world that I was talking about earlier. And another thing that I wanted to say to you guys is that I want you to come to my little world and we're going to call ourselves the aliens. I feel like that as a Black trans woman, sometimes I do feel like an alien. And especially being one that works a 9 to 5. I don't work from 9 to 5, but I work a 9 to 5 job. And, you know, going to work every day is normal sometimes, but it has its days where I'm just like, but it's like I can't make a big deal about it because some of the things that have happened to me being a Black transsexual woman in a workforce is things that would happen to natural women. Like one time I was working at a fucking restaurant and a guy touched my ass. And I was like, I cussed him out, of course. But of course I had to tell the manager and he got fired. And that's not stuff that women don't deal with. So it's like, you're a woman. That's what comes with the territory. And it's sad to say that that happens, honestly. I'm a little tipsy right now, but I do want to elaborate on the life of a Black transsexual. I want you guys to see a different light. You guys are gonna see my family. I have a couple of friends who have agreed to come on camera with me. And we're just going to change the perspective one step at a time. I'm not going to just throw a whole bunch of content at you guys. We're going to change the perspective one step at a time, and you guys are going to come along for the ride. And if you're going to come along for the ride, you guys are going to join my little world and my little family, and we're going to call ourselves the aliens because I like aliens. But you guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and share this video with your friends. I want to show the world who we are in a different light, and I need you guys to help me do that. So give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment in the comment section of what do you think the name of our little world should be. Like, it's gonna be like a little planet, and on our planet we don't judge people, we just let people do who they do, we get the bag. And give me a suggestion of what do you think that world should be, because I don't have a name for the planet. I just know that I want to be an alien, and I want you guys to be aliens with me. So let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks. Bye.